start today's class off with a forced choice activity. That means I'm going to read a statement and you're all going to have to stand up and either go to the agree side, which is over here, or the disagree, which is going to be that quiet / reserved sign. And once you're there, I'm going to ask you reasons why you chose that side. Does everybody understand? Yeah? Alright, so the first statement is, relationships between people of the same sex are different than those of people of different sexes. So if you agree with that, you stand up and you come over to this side. If you disagree, you go over to that side. And you have to go to one of the sides.
Wait, relationship?
Alright, so relationships between people of the same sex are different than those of relationships between people of the same sex, or different sex.
I don't know. Yes and no. Here.
Yeah, it could be yes and no.
Alright, let's start with the disagree. Can one of you tell me why you chose to disagree with this?
I was like impartial.
Yeah, I don't completely disagree, but I feel like they're not completely different. Like, they still have the same problems, they still have the same issues as heterosexual couples.
So what might be different?
I don't know. That's why I disagree.
Alright, and the agree side?
I was just thinking more like they can have children, they can't like bear children. That's what I was sort of. That's like the only real difference. You know, like obviously like they still love each other. They still have some of the same issues that everyone else has in their heterosexual relationships.
I just think it's different. I mean, I see similarities and differences, obviously, but like because they are of the same sex, like maybe the way they like communicate and like understand each other is different because they have like the same, because they're the same gender. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Anybody else have anything to add in?
There's definitely a lot of similarities and differences between the two.
Yeah.
So it was like hard to choose a side, but because there were some differences, I guess that's why I went over here.
Alright. And when you guys were thinking of this, were you thinking of strictly dating relationships? Or were you thinking of friendships? Because those are also types of relationships.
I was thinking more like dating.
Yeah,
I was thinking dating.
Dating and marriage. Alright. Alright, let's move on to the second one. The physical aspect of a relationship is important when determining if you want to date someone. So if you feel really physically attracted to somebody, that's a high priority on if you're going to decide to date them or not. Alright, since everybody agreed, can you explain to me why you agree with that?
I think you have to be physically attracted to the person to want to date them and not like them.
Personality is also a big thing, but I agree with that. You have to be physically attracted also if you want to pursue it.
Yeah, like it's not everything, but like you can have a great relationship with someone, but if you're not physically attracted to them, then it's not going to materialize into like an intimate relationship. It's just going to be more of a friendship.
Does anybody else have anything to add? Well, none of you down there? Haven't heard any of you talk yet.
I agree with them.
Alright. Okay, Kate.
Sorry.
So we'll move on to the next statement. Movies, TV shows, and songs give distorted views on relationships. Alright, so all of you agree again. Can somebody else explain why you agree?
Well, movies are written specifically to a perfect script that they have, like, I mean, not everyone has a fairy tale ending, but it's not, like, people aren't actually living that role, so it's confusing to try to compare it to real people's lives.
Alright. Has anybody here seen the movie The Breakup?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you think that that's a realistic relationship? Or do you think that that's something that wouldn't happen in real life?
I think it could happen.
Alright, so do you agree that some movies, TV shows, and songs distort it, but others can portray it in real ways?
Yeah.
I know the music I listen to doesn't portray it very well.
What type of music?
You like rap music, like
Rap music?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, and the last statement is, girls being friends with boys is different than boys being friends with boys and girls being friends with girls.
Wait, what?
Yes.
So girls being friends with boys is different than boys being friends with boys or girls being friends with girls.
It's different.
So it's saying same opposite sex friendships
Oh, I
are different
disagree.
than same sex friendships.
I agree.
Yeah.
Sam, you look like you're kind of in the middle.
I think it depends on the person. I guess. Like it can be the same, but it cannot at the same time. I think it depends on like where you're at. I guess with the person. I don't know.
What might be different about them?
There's
I
like
don't-
more boundaries. I feel like with certain topics and like how much you share.
That's
Alright.
like when guys talk to guys, they're just ruthless. Like there's no filter.
Same with girls.
Yeah,
Same with
exactly.
girls.
Like when you have to talk to when a guy talks to a girl, they're not gonna
Oh,
they're not gonna act the same way.
So what causes us to change how we talk?
Societal limitations.
What on it?
Alright. Does anybody else have anything?
I would not have said that.
Caitlin? Alex?
Alex does.
I don't. I
I
like
don't
them.
know. I kind of agree. Well, like when I talk to my girlfriends, I'm definitely more open, but when I talk to my guy friends, I'm definitely more reserved.
Alright, well, everybody, you can go back to your seats now. We're gonna move on to the next activity. Alright, so, Sal, if you could pass those around, just grab one. And just quickly fill this out as you get them.
Hey.
Can't pick puppies.
Sal, you wanna start filling it out as soon as you get it?
Easy.
So, you can grab one out of this bag there. Pouch.
You should steal Caitlin.
No, I.
Do you want to pair into the marker?
I got it. What's
They did.
7? Mr. Harsh, what's today's date?
The 8th.
Today is the 8th. Try to fill these out on your own.
No, that's why I just used the word bond.
I use that.
Partnership.
When you're done, just set your pen or pencil down so I know you're done. Alright, try to finish up in the next minute. Leave the stickers on there, Caitlin.
Just wants to steal it.
Really like this one.
I got a whole pack. You can
stickers if you want one.
Thanks, Mr. Hart.
Lock this down. Oh no.
Alright, now, if y'all could, get into the groups of the dog that, the similar dogs.
Do that, Brooke.
That was easy.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh, you guys.
Oh,
Alright, and when you get into your group, just kind of discuss what you each had at each of the questions. And if there's any similarities and differences that you agree with your partners, then just jot them down yourselves.
Alright.
I got a relationship is a connection between two people or a group that can involve friendship.
Connection of established relationships that actually work in another person.
Wow.
It's a bond between two people.
I just said a bond.
I tried to say bond.
I just said a bond. I actually wrote
similarities and differences. I think
Similarities
similarities was
and
they both
Similarities,
yeah,
like
a lot.
I'm trying really hard.
talking,
I said
a lot of
connection,
talking,
my last
a lot
word
of
was
words.
So this
What's
was
another word we can use for
You
bond?
can have love.
Connection.
And then
Actually, I
your
said
an
similarities.
internal intimacy, and then I said
Established
communication. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna communicate.
Doesn't have that same
Also, like,
experience.
body
Share.
language is share. Yeah.
I said also you're gonna have a lot of friends and after you're gonna have one partner. Friends.
So all of you have similar, definitions for relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said mostly over the same.
And then similarities.
I see you all have,
Yeah.
a bond. What's another word you can use for bond? Another way to describe it?
Then you're not just a friend. Yeah.
Said a connection.
Then you're crossing
connection.
There's a line.
What kind
Okay.
This line.
Anything
Very
else?
serious line that if you cross, it gets complicated.
It does, but that doesn't mean that.
Then it's more than friendship. Yeah.
What?
That doesn't
Can't
mean
think of
dating.
anything.
Yeah.
I know, but you're
crossing the line. You know
It's
where.
an
Keep that in your minds and think about it.
boundary line.
It's an imaginary line.
It makes
No,
friendship
there's no such thing.
complicated.
So what you guys finish talking
I
about?
both agree on both.
We just put the only difference was
I just said emotional levels.
between like friendship and dating,
It
but
just gets
I mean
to-
that's not like absolute.
Yeah.
So, in,
Go past
are
that
you
line,
assuming
there's
that in
emotional
all dating
connection.
relationships they're gonna have sex?
I mean,
I would feel like they.
yeah, I guess we're assuming
I
that.
understand that.
But we were like, we wanted to put like an asterisk on it because some friends.
But like you said,
So how
like
do they-
friends that
that's
do
true.
and
Some
friends
couples
that
don't.
are intimate and they cross that line and there's an emotional level and they're not.
This looks like my dog.
Duh.
I don't see, I don't see them.
Has everybody had time to discuss a little bit? You feel comfortable with, you guys feel comfortable with, your definitions and similarities and differences? Alright, so I am going to give you each slips and work in your group. Which one did I come out? Alright. Work in your group and you're gonna be placing these. This is gonna be a relationship progression. So you're gonna be saying which of these you would do first in a friendship. You're gonna be doing a friendship.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wait, friendship?
Yeah, start with friendship.
Maybe you guys leave
Friendship.
Yep.
let's just lay them out first.
This is like up there. This is not up there, but like in the middle.
So slow.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah, totally.
You study for
So friendship, playing a game or sports.
I didn't study the tests.
I just
The first thing in a
Alright.
friendship.
Kind of long.
First thing.
You have to meet them before you
So
go friends.
Alright, you need to meet
Language
them.
text.
Next thing.
think
Almost
soon
like, I
enough.
don't do it anymore, so.
Put that in.
Put that after. Spending
I
time.
friend on Facebook.
No, that's not something for everyone. If there's a blank
people
one,
meet like
just
that.
You know, if there's a blank one, if you guys have a blank one, you can write anything that you
I
feel
didn't
you
put the
want.
blank ones in. Having
Oh, you didn't?
Sharing and keeping secrets.
Okay.
It blew it.
So we have the only blank.
I actually
Was that one
sorry.
called shopping?
That's alright, we don't
Yeah,
need it.
I mean, I don't like.
Should we do?
I don't want
Texting.
Going to a
So
movie.
you need to
I would
get
say,
someone's number.
well, spending time, I would say
Having
having
lunch.
lunch.
Alright, having lunch.
You
You
can
have
have
lunch
lunch
with
with
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you should do it.
Going shopping.
Go ahead,
and
put
There's a blank one. If you guys have anything that you'd like to add in, you
then
can write on
going to,
that.
Meeting them.
well, spending time, going to a movie, then spending time.
Friending on Facebook.
I like, you know, because you're like in
Really
a
hate that
public
one.
place.
This is going to a movie.
Singing from the first
Going
one?
shopping.
Sports could go.
No,
Holding
shopping is like
hands.
when you're good.
Yeah.
Alright.
Only in a relationship.
After marriage.
Crying might be last.
Um,
If it's
I feel like
dudes.
you could
I haven't
actually
seen
go
like.
out
feel like
for
you
I've only
can
seen
watch,
like
like,
three of my
yeah,
guy
you
friends
can
crying
do,
at
like,
all,
sharing
after
keeping
marriage.
secrets.
or hurting, like, or they like
Yeah,
broke
I think
their
that's
arm or
the
something.
more.
I would say
Mhm.
um,
Apologize for an argument.
and then
Introduction to your family. Singing, we can sing.
and then
You guys on?
Yep.
Alright. If you wanna just, you can stand up and
Yeah.
just walk around and just kind of take a look at their
keeping
other
secrets and
groups as they're finishing
How
up.
about crying? Yeah, that's right. How about wait?
Argument.
After crying?
yeah.
Oh, this needs to go like up. Yeah, I feel like it has to go like here. Yeah.
I would say
Right. So.
should we organize them?
No, really?
What about introducing?
Should we talk about sexual experiences first? These kind of go together. Yeah. I think this would go
Alright,
after
if you-
this.
If you wanna stand up, you can just quickly walk around and look at the other,
Eating.
this
Well,
first,
because
the other
You
groups.
already
Yeah, we
changed
have to meet.
So I think I would, that would go first. Okay. And then
Sitting on Facebook first.
How do you do that?
singing in front of.
You just meet them. We assume they already know each other.
Crying and stuff.
Our
I think
assumption
you
was
might
they
cry
know each
before
other.
singing.
Probably.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
But singing kind of
Because
out on the
I would
list,
sing.
I would sing.
For me, it
So
would
like,
probably
I
be
wouldn't
like-
cry.
I sing
But
Bible.
some people don't like to
I
sing
sing
in front
We
of
also have
people.
blank
I don't
on the
really
street.
care. I'll sing in front of people. I don't know.
It's different.
I sing before I even.
See, like,
Like this, I would
this is
do
last all
like
the time.
the first.
Like,
I think it
It's
not
like
cry.
sad.
This
Family
one, I
comes
feel
first.
like-
Oh, it's funny because you two are both boys. So.
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's why it's last.
probably
We were like, we were probably both saying I love you to or anyone saw us cry.
Is this this is a relationship?
No, this is a friendship.
Oh, is this a
If
friendship?
you're down there, if
friendship.
you wanna,
Go back.
Oh.
go look at, well, you can look at the
That's
other.
the hardest. I
That
think I
makes
pulled
me
one
laugh.
up week.
How'd you do that,
Oh,
so?
you're friending on
hitting
Facebook
balls.
first, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at baseball practice?
Meeting.
Sure.
And then having lunch.
Basically.
I think friending on Facebook can come pretty early.
First
How's
though.
that
Nowadays.
first step? You don't even know them.
Well,
happens
because
when
like,
we're
oh,
up
it's
to
I
it.
know it's you know it's awkward
Yes, you
when like you just you met. You're like I met that kid once. Like
Like, you know.
why is he trying to friend me?
Alright,
Oh, yeah,
so,
it's
But
just
then we
It
can have a
happens.
conversation like.
so,
It's better, but it doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
did, anybody have trouble with any of the slips? They, one you found the hardest?
We said like singing in front of a person really depends on the person.
Yeah,
Same
so,
as crying.
like how close you are to that person?
Well, just
Or
the type
just-
of person you are, I
like
think.
Sam would sing in front of them way before I would sing in front of them.
Yeah,
I like
She's a
singing.
singer.
alright. And, anybody else have any ones that were hard?
We had to like going shopping, going to a movie. They were like interchangeable. We had like important ones stacked up in between them. I don't know. Like sharing and keeping secrets and discussing sexual experiences and thoughts.
When you were walking around, I know this group didn't get to walk around, but when either you two were walking around, did you notice any slips that were a lot farther off than the ones that you had?
The boys put crying last. Yeah.
Oh.
And they were pretty serious about it. Yeah.
So,
Because we thought it was
Pretty
interesting.
adamant about it.
So why might they do that?
They
I
don't
really
like
see
to
that
cry.
in friends, bro.
I was
Boys don't
just
like
we
to
were talking.
cry
Me
in
and
front
Tal
of
were talking, and like the only time I've ever seen my friend cry is like when they break bones or something. Like that's about it. I'm trying to think.
What might cause them to put crying last?
Social
Yeah,
You
some
think it's
people
bad
men
to
don't
cry?
You think it's bad to cry?
Yeah, maybe they're
Or
embarrassed.
like a sign of weakness.
Alright, where might that come from? Like, I know you said social stigmas, but where might that?
Their family, if their dad doesn't cry.
Oh yeah, that's true.
My dad doesn't cry. But I cry.
It's okay, you're a girl.
So now why might you say it's okay you're a girl?
Girls can cry. Girls cry all the time. I have a little sister. She cries all the time.
Alright, but there's boys that cry all the time. What says that that's not different?
I think there's something that says that boys are supposed to be tough and that crying is like a weakness. So like they would hide hide it if they were crying to try to be manly.
Yeah, you don't want to be called a crybaby or something.
Alright, so friends have an influence on that. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys all one more pack, and now you're gonna be doing the same activity, except you're gonna be doing it for somebody that you starting to date, so it's gonna be
These are there?
going out.
Take these away.
You can keep all the same ones. If you feel that some don't apply, you can take them out.
We add these in here?
Yeah, but you just do it as if you were starting to date somebody, what you would do in
Getting naked. Yes.
Alright,
Sweet.
so I feel like we should still do all this stuff.
Okay.
I thought that's a.
Ooh, that's an early hug.
Yeah,
that's a really early hug. We gotta, like after lunch, you give them a hug
Kissing?
Kissing, yeah.
after a movie.
I think that
Jeez.
they would go hugging.
Why do you hate it so much?
Just like so
Maybe
sweet.
cuddling.
That's some early cuddling after we text once before you hug.
Well, so remember you're adding these into this too.
We're spending the whole time.
Yeah, you're combining all of them. You're just adding these into the ones that you had.
Brooke,
Here.
You can't be friends on Facebook and you can get
I think these.
Things going.
We
I
talk
don't
about
like our
kissing
thing.
first? Actually, that would probably go right here.
we'll hug after we go to a movie, then we'll have some
Hold
phone
hands,
calls,
hug,
we'll play a
kiss,
game,
and then
spend time alone,
We're gonna say
cuddle,
we're pretty
sharing
conservative
slow dance,
in our
Yeah.
efforts to
slow
date.
dance, then keep secrets, and then
we
we'll
could do
kiss
it.
after we sing in front of them.
After?
We could do it like.
I don't know. I think it should be before.
I think you guys have trouble.
Alright.
Actually,
And
this
then we need to.
There's a lot of
I have a
us,
cup right on
We're
my
too.
Yeah. And you can spread them out.
That one that's
Oh, no,
happening.
for
Yeah,
those,
that's
if you
Only
like,
hands hugging, I
that
feel like
outfit
would be
and
kissing
whatnot.
here.
And
for-
then
We need friends. We need to be friends on Facebook.
Okay.
Yes, we
Good
do.
relationship. Not
Brooke doesn't want to
Yeah.
be in a college relationship.
Yeah.
So this is
Have
2012. This is 2012.
Alright, well, you can explain why you felt
Kissing,
different
singing.
about that.
Holding hands.
Sharing secrets when we would.
Oh,
Going shopping. Spending time alone.
We're not dating yet. We're talking
Yeah.
after we kiss.
This usually happens after that.
Disgusting. No, no.
Right?
Should we go to a movie before we start cuddling?
Then getting naked.
Actually, this has to happen. before
Then.
we do that. Don't you get? Don't. Do you think that
Yeah.
we would?
Calling this
Do you
person
think
your
that we
boyfriend
would
after
get
date
naked
shopping.
first
After
and
those
then
calls.
discuss all that?
Oh,
We
no.
discuss all that.
Yeah, we gotta do it after we go shopping.
Well, then we have to
You
talk.
guys having trouble?
Probably.
Wouldn't that be
We're probably
like?
in bed.
You're right.
What are we slow dancing?
So,
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we'll do it this way.
So bad.
We're not slow dancing for a little bit. I feel like
So that's just awful. I know.
I know. We could have slow dancing.
You really could anywhere, can't be wrong.
Yeah. How about going to a movie? So,
How about we
Should
still
this
go
be before
shopping?
they have sex?
going shopping
Yeah,
in a
that's
relationship is a little bit.
Yeah, I think we can take that one out.
Before they have sex.
Yeah, I
should
don't
do
know.
Sorry,
something
sorry,
with
sorry.
friends.
These need to
Actually,
be dropped.
probably.
Before this, I think.
Yeah. So maybe instead of going shopping,
This person your boyfriend.
Introducing this person to your friends. That's pretty early.
going to a movie.
Okay.
Going shopping's later.
Then this.
slow
Yeah.
dance.
Actually,
When do we want to introduce?
When do you play your friend?
That's very.
I agree. This is 10th grade.
How about
What is this?
sharing?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
She also
sharing.
has
This should
the
be
blinks
before
I feel like that's a
If you
jump, but I
give
feel
me
like
that,
that's
Yeah.
because I feel like when you're
How about we
cuddling,
put
you
those-
share.
Because friends are important.
Apologizing after an
Pension.
argument.
Talk.
You probably need an
Yeah.
argument at shop.
Why?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh my god.
Okay, we gotta get into the.
How's holding hands
you
last?
apologize after you shot
You guys
it.
have holding
How's holding
hands?
hands last?
Normally, I feel like you
We
don't
don't
have
have
that
holding
stuff
hands.
before. But
Make that one holding hands.
Only hands up in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
here.
agree.
And then we'll
Go
go.
ahead, movie, hold
We'll
hands.
go.
How
How's
about
holding
I'm
hands
missing out.
twice? Yeah.
Oh, they don't even have holding hands.
Here,
They have
take
twice.
holding hands.
discuss
Oh, that's fine.
sexual experiences?
Oh.
No.
No,
We
we
use
use
that.
that.
Yeah, there you
Well, you can flip it
We
over.
are getting naked.
go.
We don't really need the thing.
Changing your Facebook status.
How about
No, that doesn't
Engaging.
come back.
Yeah.
And then, trigger.
How about we
changing Facebook
Alright,
status?
so you're done?
talk about safe
Well, no,
sex?
this first.
This
And we
first.
discuss our.
And this, like these should come maybe soon.
Singing.
Well, for me, singing
These
would probably be
definitely.
like in this range,
Alright.
but
Yeah.
depending,
And
or
then
it's up to
you
you.
should
God.
take a
I'm a
shower.
weird person. I sing.
I mean, I
You
don't
gotta
know
get
if I
naked
sing.
before you leave.
Yeah.
Okay, then you gotta get naked, then you gotta take a shower, then you
I don't know if I do it right here.
take a shower.
Yeah, I would probably be singing before we
Then
kiss.
oh, that
Actually, after
You're
this,
gonna discuss.
probably when I introduce
Right,
the
right.
person to my friends. Yeah.
Before you call them your boyfriend, right?
Right there.
So that's a
then
little
you change
fast.
your status.
something for that.
What'd you guys listen to?
Yeah.
we gotta
Yeah,
go
you
check it.
criticize ours.
Don't criticize.
Holiday ending, like,
Might come early.
Come on, we're men.
Yeah.
We're wired differently. Oh, there's crying.
What about introduce this person to your family?
Kissing up.
I think you close to the bottom. I think
And
it
say
would
I
yeah,
love
true.
you.
I think it'd be like this.
We have kissing like
Wait,
first.
what about this?
It's straight to business.
Maybe we
Yeah,
should. Maybe
sure.
we should.
Yeah, but singing.
After you engage in sexual intercourse.
While they got engaging sex, we were way later than we did.
We
They
still
did-
have
they
to
did
kiss
all
on your
this
hand.
You guys
first.
have, like, kissing.
Alright, finger balls you gotta be to
It's
get to the
sexy,
ground last
like-
time, but if you wanna
And like,
look around, all
Sure.
just look at the other groups. real quick.
you guys
It's
are
a-
very, very conservative. Yeah,
This is
I
our
thought
first,
we
this
were
is like our
conservative.
first college.
Yeah, taking a shower with the person.
Holding hands is all
It's
the way
all,
up.
it's all that
Guys, you
vision
kiss and
cells,
hug
so
before you hold hands.
Yeah.
you can,
Why? You could be holding hands while you're kissing and cuddling.
Yeah, but this is like holding hands and walking somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Leaning into it.
Yeah, one of those.
That's what you were thinking about?
Not just, you know.
Getting
Crying for
naked,
this person's
getting
laugh.
naked and then talking about intersex.
Yeah, I think that's questionable.
I mean,
What
do you
we discussed that for like a minute.
That's true.
Think about it. Like, when does that usually get discussed?
What?
After your clothes come off. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Agreed.
Yeah, you definitely would go shopping after sexual intercourse. True.
you need food for the next day.
alright, let's move back to the, let's move back to our own seats.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Alright, now, did anything change when you made a dating relationship?
Yeah.
What changed? Was it harder? Was it easier?
There's
More harder.
Yeah.
It really depends on the situation.
Yeah,
And
like,
the person.
Especially in college, but if we're in high school.
yeah, I keep, this is more of a college.
We did a
We
pretty
didn't,
good
we
job.
subconsciously
From
did it.
We did a good high school.
It's ours.
They did a good high school one.
I don't know.
So
I
were there
guess
any,
you'd say,
I don't know.
were there any slips that moved ways from your friendship to your dating relationships?
singing.
Singing, did that move up or did that move down?
For us, that moved, did it move down? I think it moved up.
Yeah, we put a lot
We
earlier.
moved it up.
Alright. Why would that be?
Just feeling more comfortable around with it.
Kind of weird to sing in front of your friends as a dude.
I feel like it'd be.
I feel like it's normal.
Well, I don't really sing. I
Yeah, it's
more rap.
like, it's different. Like if I'm in a car with my girlfriend, like I can sing the song, but like if I'm in a car with my friends who are guys, like I'm not gonna be singing a song.
Really? I feel like that happened.
Rap's different.
In your house.
Oh, it does.
So during when you're moving around, I heard you say guys are wired differently. And what were you talking about with that one?
Well, we had Crying Last Again, and someone said like, "Oh, Crying Last Again." And we like, and then I think
So
like Kissing was really high on ours, whereas the other ones it was like sort of later. And I
Yeah,
guess we
Crying,
just
holding
thought-
hands.
Yeah,
too.
ours with crying is pretty low too.
Third
So is ours.
class, yeah.
I guess yeah, it was more kissing.
We could put
Cause like I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure
We
it
both
happens
thought
here.
about like our high school experiences and like usually we started with kissing a girl, but I guess everyone else thought like meet first. I don't know.
so
To meet them before you can stop. Just one.
All right, not meet first. Like have lunch, go to a movie first, talk about everything possible, and then
Is holding
kiss.
hands in public?
We have
We
holding
thought-
hands at like you go to a movie then like
Yeah,
you
we
get
thought
to the movie,
holding hands was like you go to the movie, you get
You
some
sit
popcorn,
down.
and you hold hands on the way to the movie. You know.
Oh, what if
Not
you're
like-
sitting down and holding hands and no one can see it?
It's best not to say.
that's
I guess there's
you
different ways to
you
look
can
at it.
interpret
Yeah.
the slips in a lot of different ways. So that might change how the progression goes for some people. So going back to what I was asking you, Sal, do you really think that guys are wired differently? Or do you think that it's like we were talking about before, the social influences
I
or
think
the
it's both. I think inherently guys are a little different than girls. They do think differently, but society probably puts a a lot of stress on different things for men than it does women, and vice versa. So it's probably a good grouping of both, I would guess.
Alright. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to add on to that? I think that do you think that guys are wired differently?
I don't know what you mean by like wired, but they have different hormones. They have their differences. There's major differences between guys and girls.
Alright. So we're gonna end class there. We'll start up with another relationship lesson next time.